So every business owner know that email are one of the most important tool in every single funnel because it helps to increase conversions, and if you are actually running a webinar, it will actually increase your show up rate. So how do you write emails? By the way, my name is Habeeb. I have been documenting my journey for about a month ago, and I'm going to show you guys how I write my emails right now. And if you are a sales coach, or if you are someone who's actually running a webinar or does anything with email and have an upcoming event, well, you can feel free. I leave the link in description below. You can click it and then we'll run maybe a few projects together. So enough with the sales pitch, let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to see here is a Google Doc. Yeah, of course, we all know that writing in Google Doc is what you actually write in Google Doc and then you submit it. So the first thing is that I'm going to show you guys 4 types of emails that I write almost every day. And the first one is reply triggering emails. So reply triggering emails, this is most likely used to increase inbox placements, to avoid being in the promotion tab or so. And I'm going to tell you guys also the personal story. So this is very, very important when it comes to building trust, and also it kills a little bit of objection because you're actually telling them, you have been in this situation, blah blah blah, and all these things. And then it's curiosity. So this one, it has to do with, more likely, it kills objection, build trust, and also you can be a little bit funny in some aspects. It's not every time you have to be a bit wild, so you have to be funny. And the last one is the pre-webinar email sequence emails. So this pre-webinar is a email that is sent for people who have registered, to keep them going, to increase your show up rate in your webinar. So without being said, let's get into the first one, reply triggering emails. So as you can see from the subject line is quick question for you. So this is actually cool. You can change it a little bit. It's depending on your tone actually. So quick question on you, and then let's get to the body. Let's say things are working but not at the level they should be. You could: 1, push harder, more content, more tactics, more effort. B, pause and fix the one constraint quietly, clapping result. Most people chase A because it feels like progress. I'm curious, what do you do? Well, this is not actually the best, but I believe if I add a little bit tweak, because obviously I wrote this email about 2 or 3 months ago, so there is a big difference on the way I actually read it. So this, you can see from the CTA is just reply A or B. I read every response. This is actually so important, because when you see maybe your emails opening, like you have low open rates, and then maybe you have a little thinking, maybe you're ending a promotion tab, or maybe due to some emails. So the next one is the personal story email, and then the subject line is the day everything felt upside down. So with this, you can, of course, you want to see how, imagine your mentor telling you that a day where something went upside down. So at this stage, you will want to hear his story. Everybody loves hearing people's story, right? So last month, I woke up feeling completely overwhelmed. My pipelines was messy, calls were stuck, and I don't know which client to focus first. So, as you can see, he's trying to share his pain. All, I almost spent the whole day in frustration until I decided to focus on one small win. First, sending a follow-up to a single heavy value prospect. That one action broke the chaos. One step become 2, then 3, and by the end of the day, I have regained control. I share this because in sales, sometimes the smartest action drives the biggest result. What's one small win you can take today? Hit reply. I would love to hear it. So this is very, very important when it comes to inbox placement and also when it comes to building story. And then let's move to the next one, which is curiosity. uh, as you can see from the subject line is what was no one noticing in your sales call. You're like, what's happening? Like, what do you mean nobody is noticing in my sales call? And let me read it. I spent the last few days reviewing sales call across multiple coaches, and there is one details almost everyone misses. So that is where the curiosity is. And then this is not a pitch, not the script. Sorry, it is not the pitch, it is not the script, nor the offer itself. So you'll be like, so what is it? Go on, go on. Yet it quietly costs thousands in missing conversion. So if you're a sales coach, you want to know what's actually, because you don't want to fall into the same problem as it did. The wild part is so suitable, is so subtle that most people never even realize is there. Just one small adjustment and the result could flip entirely. Like, he didn't actually give the problem, he didn't actually state it out. So this is so important when it comes to actually, people want to be like, want to see your next post, your next email. And it's so important when it comes to sales coach or someone he's trying to influence someone to buy his this. Imagine someone telling him this and then he didn't tell the answer. So you will want to keep an update with his email to see how, what the real problem is. And then down to the last one, which is the pre-webinar email sequence. This have four types. So the first one is curiosity slash tease. So you want to tease them here, and the subject line is, are you ready to finally close high ticket deals? Of course they do. So they want to hear it. To be like, hey, face name, most sales reps spin their wheels trying everything: cold DMs, endless follow-ups, posting content, and still miss the big deals. That's why I'm running a live season on how to close 3x more high ticket sales in 30 days. I will share the exact framework that helped my client go from struggling to consistent 5k 10k deals. All right, let's start from here. As you can see, what he's doing, he's actually skillfully inviting people to his webinar. And by the way, I was the one that write it. Why am I saying he? I skillfully. All right, this is for sales coach. Keep an eye on your inbox space. As you can see, keep an eye on your inbox space. So almost all of this is just more of like for them to keep coming and keep reading your next email. Keep an eye on the inbox space is limited, and this is not your average sales webinar. See you there. And then your name, and then sometimes you can even write maybe like a PS, like maybe a few things or so. But like this email, of course they will surely open the second one. Like you might get about 70 or 80% like show up rate, like the next one. But without being said, let's go to the next one, which is value and authority. This is very, very important. I think I spent a lot of time to create this value and authority. The subject line: stop wasting hours on call that don't convert. So the reason I put this subject line is because nobody know what how you'll be able to identify a call that won't convert, because everybody is just trying his best on calls, and how will you be able to identify whether this call will convert or not? So the first one is, you can see the body is, hey, first name, there is the truth: most calls fails not because the product isn't good, but because the pitch is unsure. My upcoming live season, I will show how to structure your pitch of maximum conversation. The three objections you must anticipate is: A simple script that work on cold leads. No fluff, just real tactics you can implement tomorrow. Don't miss it. And here too, I think this is most like you can write common, like you don't want to miss it. Yeah, and then you can go ahead and send it. You should just want to keep the email short at some point, unless if you are giving a social proof, which is the next one I actually going. Social proof and scarcity. This reps just close 5k deal using this. So if you are a sales coach, I know I don't know, maybe because I've been with the sales coach, like I've been since the beginning of my copywriting journey. I've been a sales coach. So anytime I've been see emails, maybe I reach out to someone that I'm trying to outreach, I'm trying to see his email. Anytime I see a headline that sparks curiosity, like I'm like, let me see it. But enough with that. Let's get to the body. Hey, first name. Last month, my student went from 0 to 5k in a week just by applying one strategy. Well, now I know this 0 to 5k in a week will sound a bit different, so you can change it, maybe in how will I put it, in 20 days, 30 days, maybe 20 days, 30 days. Yeah, you can put it 20 days, 30 days by applying one strategy I will teach in the webinar. Sit feel fast, and I only open register for those ready to take action. Make sure you don't miss this opportunity. This will not be recorded. Talk soon. So this part where he said this will not be recorded is one of the where everybody will want to show, because people will be like, I will watch the replay, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. And then you put talk soon, name, and then here you can write a bit funny of a thing. But I believe this social proof is a bit short. You can make it long to about 7 or 8 lines, because people like reading people's story. Yeah. And the last one is the reminder / action, which is the last email you are going to send. People send 6 emails, maybe that's for high ticket and sales. People send like 6 emails, but me, sometimes it depends on the client's lead amount. Maybe if there are many, about 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, I think the 6 will be okay. But if they're about 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500, I believe a 3 or 4 email is okay. So the last one is reminder / action. The subject line is last chance your high ticket sales break hood. So you can see the body. Hey, first name. The live season starts tomorrow and does close in few hours. If you want to close more high ticket clients, stop chasing leads that never convert, and master a repeatable sales framework, then this is for you. Click here to secure your spot. And by the way, you can use here as a place to, like, a link. You can put a link under this. Click here, see you there, talk soon, and then name. As you can see, this I added this about a few hours ago. PS, I'm giving out free tip that won't be in the replay. I think I should have removed a free tip, but by the way, I think we should just leave it. I think you guys end, and then that's the end. And I think there are more to come, which I'm going to talk about how to write a landing page, webinar, registration page, and all of this. So I think that comes to the end. I think you guys should understand a few things. I know I've not actually been in depth in how this actually works, but of course this is all I have to show, and I have a few tips I wanted to show you guys when it comes to maybe outreaching a prospect. Also, if you are a copywriter and you want to outreach a prospect, the framework I use is by replying to their post, maybe you can use a bit funny but if they are women, you use something, you praise them, because normally women like chase validation. Also men do, but women are in the higher state. So as always, start now and join me. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.